Welcome back to Beating the Bolt. As always, I am Zyla, because my name doesn't change. Well, it did once, but never mind. Today, we're going to be doing this really fun Disney Castle Shadowbox tutorial. So let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Boys Are the Worst. So the fun backstory of this project is I actually never intended to make this a Beating the Bolt project because I made it for a boy. I loved him a lot. It was a very special project, but then he went and broke my heart. So now it's a Beating the Bolt project, and I want you all to make it and make it with vengeance in your mind. It's been a year. I feel like I'm over it. But this project is like Disney is something that's really special to me, and it also was to him. But I wanted to make like a fun, custom Disney Shadowbox that you couldn't get anywhere else. And I came up with this. And in making this project, I actually invented a way to color etched acrylic. So I'm going to be showing you that in this video as well. But hopefully you enjoy. The original I made is here, and this is the one we're making today. Before we get started, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who subscribed. We hit 1,600 subscribers this week, and even though that might not be a lot to some people out there, that's a lot to us. So we're excited, and thank you so much. And also you should, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button, one of these sides. I don't know which one. The first thing that we're going to do is laser cut all of the pieces. 3 sheets of acrylic and 1 piece of wood. And of course, as always, the files are down in the description below, linked on our website. So I've got my stuff out of the 3D printer, laser cutter. Today has been a day. I got my stuff out of the laser cutter, and so we have my bigger fireworks and then my slightly littler fireworks, and they're inversed of each other so that when they go like this, I'm obviously going to peel the backs off. They'll look nice. So the next step is to scrub all of the white stuff out of this, all of the burned acrylic. And the better of a job you do, the easier life will be. Now, don't take like a scrubby brush to it. I would say only use your finger, because any kind of brush or like material you take will scratch the acrylic, and that'll look really bad. So you want to just like, your fingers are going to suffer, but I always prefer using my fingers. And then, of course, we have to vinyl cut the castle. If you don't have a vinyl cutter and you only have a laser cutter, that's totally fine. Then laser cut it. Like, no hate. The only thing is absolutely whatever you do, don't laser cut vinyl, because that's toxic. So if you're going to do it out of vinyl, make sure you're using a vinyl cutter. And in fact, you could, if you're really good with an X-Acto knife, you could like do that too. But I used a vinyl cutter. This is kind of out of scope of this video because it's a project video, but when you vinyl cut, you want to make sure to weed out the pieces that you don't want first. So I use electronics tweezers because they are so precise, and you literally just go in and pull out the pieces that are unnecessary. And this can be kind of a doozy in a process, but it's the way of the world. So coming up is the special secret that I'm confident I invented. It's a way of coloring etched acrylic, because fireworks should be colored, right? What I do is I use really vibrant eyeshadows. So I have this like $10 palette from Crown Brush that I got at some point, and I've completely donated it to the use for this. I will say, once you use a palette for acrylic, don't use it on your eyeballs, because it's like been in the shop, and also you're going to keep touching like acrylic powder and then this, so acrylic is going to get into that, and I just don't want to be held responsible for anything. So my favorite color is purple, in case you didn't know. So I'm going to do the biggest one, purple. I basically just take my finger and I swirl it really aggressively till it turns purple, and then don't worry about like getting too much anywhere, because it will come right off of the unetched acrylic. The reason I wanted you to scrub as much of the acrylic powder out as possible is that you'll get a more even color, because the base that you're putting it on is more even. All right, so I've done this with my purple, and it's not very even, but I'm gonna like go through and kind of take the chunkiness out later. Okay, so now I'm just randomly picking colors and adding them. So we're gonna go into time-lapse mode, and if you're lucky, you'll get random singing interludes. So I finished this one, and now I'm gonna put that here as I pick the colors for this one, because remember, they're gonna be on top of each other, so they have to go. Colors have to look nice. I guess they don't have to, but I want them to. All right, so that happened. Currently looks like I am a makeup channel gone very, very wrong. But that's okay, because I kind of am. Yikes. This is the colors I ended up picking. I don't know if they'll look good. I kind of just randomly went for it. If you were like really dedicated, you could probably draw it out ahead of time, but I didn't, so YOLO. So now I'm going to peel and stick this. So I'm going to put the castle completely bottomed on this because it'll make it easier to level. I know that this part is flat, and I know that this the bottom is horizontal. So this is the really, some people think it's fun. I think it's really nerve-wracking part of vinyl work. But you peel the castle. So now I have just this. And I'm gonna wanna place it. Like paper in there. All right, so now I have the castle stuck on there, and I just need to peel this off. Theoretically, this should just peel off and not take the vinyl off with it, because the vinyl adhesive is stronger than this adhesive. So, Gucci friends, now I get to peely peel. Intercourse. Okay, so we're gonna start with this one, and I'm gonna take my bolts. I'm using hex tops because I think that they are aesthetic. I like them. The file linked down below, these are M5 holes. So I'm just gonna take an M5 bolt, put it through, and then put another one. Okay, so before you put the layers together, remember once this is on, you can't access it. So I just like to take a wet paper towel, put that on next. And you can see they are spaced out because they're spacers. Look how cool that looks. Ah, I love the Disney fireworks. They're just... Put the next round of nuts on as spacers, and just remember, like, you'll notice I'm not using a wrench because there's literally no need to be using a wrench, and also if you tighten it too much, the acrylic will crack. So just hand tighten it down. It doesn't need to be, just so that it's snug. I don't know if you noticed, but this is a repeating process here, so. I'm just gonna put the last one on, and then we're done. So this is the final result. You can obviously do as many or as few layers as you want. I think that 2 layers of fireworks is like enough to get the effect across without being excessive or time consuming. I hope you really like it. I love this project. I think it's so festive and Disney-esque, and if you don't like Disney, first of all, there's something wrong with you, but obviously you can replace it with something else. Just the fireworks Shadowbox multi-layer thing, I think is so fun and so pretty and festive. We love seeing the projects that you come up with. Tag us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. We're on all of the above, and the links are down in the description below. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. I know it's so annoying that every YouTuber does that in every video, but actually it does help us out a lot. And this outro is going really badly, so I'm just gonna like